Live coverage continues here on CBS Sports HQ. This just in, Riley Leonard at the podium.
You guys down to the one. Where does that kind of rank among all the passes that you've thrown this season?
It would have been up there if he could have got in, but he didn't. So, yeah, I was kidding. That was fun. Our QBGA was like, "Bro, you need to step up in the pocket next time. You get these high edge rushers." And then I did it, and this guy got open for me. But I was itching for it to come open because we called that play earlier, and they spun to 2. But that time it was quarters, so we got to take advantage of it.
And then a couple plays later, the feeling that you have when you kind of walk into the end zone, and I think everyone in the stadium knows at that point that's kind of it right there. Just that moment that you had with your teammates, what was that like?
That was special. It's kind of hard for me sometimes. My head's always spinning all week. It's hard for me to take a second and take it all in. But that was kind of the first time where I was able to look out into the crowd and really embrace this moment, because it really is special. And my mind's just always spinning, and I'm always so stressed out all the time that it was very important for me to take it all in, because that was a special moment.
Right next to him, Kyle Kelly.
Hey, Riley, you're obviously Jeremiyah Love's biggest advocate. I know you talked about him. If he had your touchdowns, possibly in the Heisman Trophy conversation. So what does tonight say about what does his performance, say about tonight?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I got the best view in the house. Every time I hand him the ball, I'm just watching, what's he finna do now? And he just continues to impress me. And it's the little things, right? It's that, second or third down where he's stiff-arming guys and getting first downs for us. It's these little plays that might be 5-yard gains, but for anybody else would be a 5-yard loss possibly. I mean, he's just a freak athlete. And like I say, if we didn't have a rushing quarterback, I mean, how many more touchdowns would this guy have? And he'd be in conversations, nationwide. And, obviously, I think people are starting to see how special he is.
What was going through your mind as you saw him run down the sideline on that 98-yard touchdown run?
Yeah, I mean, once he creases the gap, it's all right, head over to the sideline, he's gone. And you're seeing it time and time again. But once he gets to that, secondary, there's no catching him.
Front row on your right, Adam Rittenberg.
Yeah, Riley, Coach Freeman was talking about the need to enjoy it. I'm wondering, is that challenging amid a playoff run that you guys kind of just became an answer to a trivia question, first time to do this, or is that an easy thing to do even amid what the bigger goal that you're chasing?
It's a good question. I think this is special for us, and a lot of us, me being a guy who, my freshman year I went 3-9, and didn't have, was just begging to make a bowl game. To be playing in the Sugar Bowl right now, I got to kind of go full circle now, and it's really cool. But at the same time, it's another football game, and we're just staying alive, and we're just trying to play as many games as we can because we love the game, we love preparing for it, and we love representing this university.
Our last question for you will be up the middle, third row, Sean Stiers.
Hey, Riley. A lot of the talk coming into this game was how you would do as a passer, not just a runner of the football. So why do you think that how did you get ready for the moment, I guess, tonight? How were you ready for the moment?
Yeah, I think, this was one of my better weeks passing in practice. And then you get out there and the first throw was a pick. So I was like, bro, are you serious? Coach always says, practice like you play, and then this happens. But, I had to bounce back, kind of like I've been doing all year, and kind of like how we've been doing all year. And, my confidence is just continuing to grow. And the better these guys play around me, the more confidence I have in getting them the ball. So, they're showing out every week, and we're continuing to develop in the passing game.
When you're backed up like that, on the Love touchdown run, you're backed up, your own end zone and the whole thing. Did it feel like that just set the tone really for the rest of the night?
Absolutely. Everybody wanted to talk about how great their rushing defense was, and obviously our rushing offense is pretty good. And to be able to get that early, kind of set a statement all right, we're not backing down. We're gonna run the rock and kind of punch you in the mouth up front.
Riley, thank you.
Thank you all. Jesus bless.
Riley Leonard, 1-yard rushing touchdown through another. 15 rushing touchdowns this season for Riley Leonard, most ever in a season by a Notre Dame quarterback, and a historic game, a historic moment for Notre Dame, their first ever CFP victory, and the first ever CFP victory in this new 12-team format. The 27-17 victory over Indiana. Now they await Georgia in the quarterfinals, 12 days in between games, New Year's Day in the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans.